Our identity is made up of heaps of different traits that are deeply personal to us. Our identity is ours to decide, and no one else can tell you how to identify because it's who you are. We use labels for a range of traits that make up our identity. To understand these traits, let's first define sex, gender, and sexuality. Gender and sex are commonly confused as being the same thing, but it's important we highlight the terms as different but connected constructs. One of the traits that make up our identity is sex. Sex is our physical body, so for instance our genitals, chromosomes, level of hormones, and physical characteristics. Generally when we're born, the doctor will write a sex on your birth certificate based on these characteristics. People usually think of sex as two distinct categories, but this really isn't accurate. There are a lot of varieties in the physical traits people can have. And unsurprisingly, the two categories, female and male, doesn't describe everyone. People who don't fit into either of these two binary sexes may be intersex or have intersex traits. Gender identity, on the other hand, is our sense of self when it comes to being masculine or feminine or anywhere along the spectrum. It's how we feel in our mind. For some people, gender identity will match their sex, and this has been called cisgender. When our gender identity doesn't match the sex we're assigned at birth, this is being called transgender, aka being assigned male at birth but identifying as a woman. There's more to gender than just the binary man and woman. Some people identify with aspects of masculinity and femininity, while others might not really feel like either. This is being called gender diverse or non-binary. For gender diverse people, the word they use to describe their identity is very personal and entirely up to them. Gender is socially constructed, and unlike sex, it's how we feel in our mind and has nothing to do with physical characteristics. One of the traits that make up our identity is sexuality, which is who we're attracted to. This could mean romantically or sexually. Common labels like lesbian, gay, bisexual, asexual, straight, and pansexual all describe a person's sexuality. Sometimes when we choose a label for our sexuality, other people have certain stereotypes about what it means. These stereotypes are harmful. Identity is fluid and can change over time. This applies to our gender identity and sexuality. And one of the best things about identity is it's completely up to you, and only we get to define what it looks like. It's important that we recognise and respect the diverse identities of our team members as it fosters inclusive, supportive, safe spaces.